In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to connect Notion with external tools like Slack, GitHub, Jira, or Google Drive. To get started, open Notion and head to your workspace settings. You'll want to look for the settings and members area since that's where Notion keeps most workspace level controls and integration options. If you're setting this up for a team workspace, make sure you have the right permissions before you begin, because some connections may only be available to workspace owners or admins. Once you're in the settings area, find the section labeled Connections or Integrations. The exact name can vary slightly depending on your version of Notion, but this is the place where you manage links between Notion and other apps. This section is important because it allows Notion to communicate securely with the tools your team already uses. Next, choose the tool you want to connect. For example, you might select Slack if you want notifications and updates to flow more easily, GitHub if you're working with development projects, Jira for task tracking, or Google Drive for file access. Pick the app that matches the workflow you want to support inside Notion. After selecting the tool, click Connect. This begins the authorization process and opens the sign in page for that external service. Go ahead and sign in using the appropriate account for that tool. As always, make sure you're signing into the correct workspace or organization account, especially if you manage more than one. Once you've signed in, the external tool will usually ask you to allow certain permissions. Review those permissions carefully before approving them. These permissions let the app and Notion exchange the information needed for the integration to work properly. In most cases, this may include access to selected files, project data, notifications, or workspace content. After permissions are approved, you'll typically be asked to choose which Notion pages or databases the tool can access. This is an important step because it lets you control exactly what gets shared. If you only want the integration to work with a specific project or database, select only those items rather than giving access to everything. Finally, test the connection to make sure information syncs correctly. Try a simple action like linking a file, sending an update, or checking whether data appears where you expect it to. If something doesn't look right, double check permissions and page access settings. Once the test works, your Notion integration is ready to use.